October 26, 2025, 10 p.m. Charles de Gaulle Airport, Paris. A man approaches passport control, boarding pass in hand for a flight to Algeria. His passport scans. Suddenly, red alerts flash. DNA from the Louvre heist, the $102 million robbery that shocked the world, matches his profile. He's arrested minutes before boarding. But here's the terrifying question. What if he had made that flight? What if Napoleon's crown jewels are already destroyed? Because right now, 8 priceless pieces are still missing. Let me take you back 1 week. Sunday morning, October 19th, 2025. The Louvre opens at 9 a.m. Within 30 minutes, 4 masked men execute one of the most audacious museum heists in modern history. In just 7 minutes, 9:30 a.m., a furniture truck with an extendable cherry picker pulls up alongside the Seine River, next to the museum. Nothing suspicious. Paris is a construction zone. 9:32 a.m. 4 masked men emerge. 2 wear yellow construction vests, the universal costume of "I'm supposed to be here." They raise the lift to the 2nd floor, reaching the Apollo Gallery. 9:34 a.m. Using angle grinders, they cut through the window. The alarm screams, but in a museum this massive, alarms trigger constantly. Those seconds of confusion are all they need. They're inside. They attack 2 display cases with surgical precision. Napoleon's crown jewels. An emerald necklace he gave his second wife in 1810. 32 emeralds, 1,138 diamonds. A sapphire tiara with 1,083 diamonds. And the prize, Empress Eugenie's pearl and diamond diadem. 212 pearls and 1,998 diamonds. But as they yank it through cracked glass, it gets crushed. They grab it anyway. 9:36 a.m. Video footage shows them descending on the cherry picker. One in a motorcycle helmet, the other in a balaclava and yellow vest. They jump onto 2 waiting motorbikes. 9:37 a.m. They speed off along the Seine, weaving through Paris traffic. 9:38 a.m. gone. 7 minutes total. By the time police arrived, the thieves had vanished. Left behind, angle grinders, a blowtorch, gasoline, gloves, a walkie-talkie, and most importantly, a helmet and glove with DNA traces. And one more thing. In their rush, they dropped Empress Eugenie's crown, 1,354 diamonds, and 56 emeralds. Police found on the street, damaged, discarded like garbage. But 8 other pieces worth $102 million disappeared into Paris. And for 8 days, France wondered, will we ever see them again? France launched a national emergency response. Over 150 investigators. Interpol, elite police units. And the clock was ticking because everyone knows the terrible truth. You have maybe 48 to 72 hours before stolen jewelry is destroyed. Art recovery expert Arthur Brand told CNN what investigators feared. These are so recognizable. The thieves will likely dismantle them, sell the jewels, and melt down the gold. Senator Nathalie Goulet was even more blunt about recovery prospects. None. The jewelry will be cut up and used as a money laundering system. Think about that. A tiara that survived the French Revolution, Napoleon's reign, 2 world wars, reduced to anonymous gemstones within days. CCTV tracked the motorcycles heading southeast toward Lyon. Then the trail went cold. The investigation focused on Seine-Saint-Denis, a Paris suburb known for organized crime connections. Then a break. That DNA from the helmet matched profiles in the police database. 2 men, both in their 30s, both known for previous burglaries. Both dual citizens, French-Algerian and French-Malian. October 26th, exactly 1 week after the heist, French police struck Charles de Gaulle Airport, 10 p.m. 1 suspect arrested at passport control preparing to board for Algeria. Simultaneously, the 2nd suspect nabbed northeast of Paris as he prepared to flee to Mali. 2 suspects in custody, but at least 2 other perpetrators remain at large. And Paris prosecutor Laure Becqueux confirmed the devastating truth. None of the jewels have been recovered. The jewels are still out there, somewhere. Before we explore what could have happened, I need your take. If you were investigating this case, What would be your next move? Negotiate? Offer a reward? Or full manhunt? Drop your strategy in the comments. And if you're hooked on this story, hit subscribe. We cover true crime and historical mysteries every week. Next up, the biggest unsolved museum heists. You don't want to miss it. Now let's enter what-if territory. That airport arrest? Pure luck and incredible police work, but terrifyingly close. If that suspect had arrived 2 hours earlier, before police processed the DNA match, he walks onto that plane. If he'd used a fake passport, he's gone. So the alternate timeline, what if both suspects escaped? The suspect boards to Algiers. 7 hours later, he lands in North Africa. Algeria doesn't have an extradition treaty with France for its own citizens. He's untouchable. Same with the Mali suspect. Both disappear into countries where French law enforcement has limited reach. But here's the reality. Even with arrests, those jewels are likely already gone. The heist happened October 19th. Arrests didn't happen until October 26th. That's 7 full days. In organized crime timelines, 7 days is an eternity. Here's what probably happened. Day 1 to 2. Jewels hidden in a Paris suburb safe house. The 4 thieves meet with the organizer, get paid maybe $1 to $2 million total. The real players haven't shown up yet. Day 3 to 4. Jewels moved across the border into Belgium or Switzerland in a regular car, hidden in a door panel. Border security isn't looking for jewelry. Day 5 to 6. The dark phase. The jewels arrive at a chop shop for stolen art. Antwerp, Tel Aviv, Dubai, Bangkok. Expert craftsmen begin dismantling. Each stone removed one by one. Settings melted down. Gold becomes anonymous ingots. Sapphires and diamonds sent to recutters who change their size and shape. Day 7 to 8. The stones enter the legitimate market. A diamond dealer in Antwerp buys 20 loose diamonds, no questions asked. A jeweler in Mumbai acquires emeralds. None of them know these stones once belonged to Napoleon's empress. By the time police arrested those suspects, the jewels were likely already in pieces, scattered across 3 continents, being absorbed into the legitimate jewelry trade. The original pieces? Gone forever. Let me tell you about the actual business of stolen art, because it's way more sophisticated than Hollywood shows. The real black market operates on 3 levels. Level 1, ransom. Sometimes thieves steal famous pieces to ransom them back. Paris prosecutor Becue said, "We can hope the perpetrators won't destroy these jewels for no reason." That's code for, we're open to negotiation. France could quietly pay $20 to $30 million in cryptocurrency. It happens more than governments admit. Level 2, money laundering. A drug cartel has $50 million in dirty cash. They can't deposit it without red flags. So they buy stolen jewelry at a fraction of its value, then find these items, report them, and suddenly have legitimate assets. The origin of their wealth is obscured. Level 3, dismantling. Most common and most tragic. In 2019, thieves stole $120 million from Dresden's Green Vault Museum. When pieces were recovered, they'd been partially dismantled. Stones removed. Historical value erased. That emerald necklace Napoleon gave Marie-Louise in 1810, it represented a political alliance between France and Austria. The sapphire tiara worn by Queen Marie-Amélie, it survived the July Revolution of 1830. All that history ground down with a diamond saw. Gold melted, stones recut until unrecognizable. It's not just theft, it's cultural vandalism. So here we are, and France faces an existential question. If the Louvre, the world's most visited museum, can be robbed in 7 minutes, what does that mean for cultural heritage everywhere? Louvre director Lawrence de Cars testified there was only one camera outside the Apollo Gallery, facing the wrong direction. The security blind spot was known for years. Budget constraints meant it was never fixed. She offered her resignation. The ministry refused, but the damage to France's reputation was catastrophic. And it's not isolated. September 2025, thieves stole $1.7 million from Paris's Natural History Museum. Within 24 hours of the Louvre heist, another French museum reported stolen coins. Europe is experiencing a wave of organized cultural theft. Here's the real what if. What if this becomes the new normal? What if the Mona Lisa is next? What if the British Museum's Rosetta Stone disappears? Museums now face an impossible choice. Turn into fortresses with airport-level security, making them intimidating, or remain open and welcoming, but vulnerable? There's no good answer. As I'm recording this, 2 suspects are in custody, but 2 others remain at large. And the 8 stolen jewels, Napoleon's emeralds, the sapphire tiara, the pearl diadem, remain missing. Maybe they'll be recovered, or maybe, years from now, one of those diamonds will surface in a jewelry store, and no one will ever know it once belonged to an empress. So what if the suspects had escaped? We'd be living in a world where one of history's greatest heists went unpunished, where criminals proved even the most protected sites are vulnerable. But here's the thing, even with the arrests, that world might already be here. What do you think happens next? Will the jewels be recovered? Should museums pay ransoms? Let me know in the comments. I read everyone. If this story hooked you, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. Next week, what if the world's most valuable painting, worth $1 billion, was stolen from a private collection? You think the Louvre heist was bold? Wait until you hear this. Until next time, keep asking what if.